things.
Yep.
Tommy, good evening.
Hello, Dan. What lovely weather we've been having this evening.
Do you know, I don't know what everyone's complaining about. Right, okay. Do you know, we're going coat shopping.
Yeah.
Okay, anyway.
It's like white chicks, isn't it? We're going to go shopping.
Yay! Right, anyway, let's move on. So, 2024 is coming to an end. The end is nigh. We can see it.
And we can feel it as well.
I can feel it.
Yep.
I can. Right, okay, so Jazz Hands January was done, dusted, and freaking ages ago.
Oh, yeah.
Forgotten February, we forgot all about that. Magic March was...
something.
It was. All Animated April was the best month of the year.
Yep.
Or was it? Mythical May happened.
Yep.
Just Tommy June was the biggest mistake we've ever done.
That was a lot of fun, man.
Jugs July was a great rebound.
That was a fuck ton of fun.
Moving on. Aquatic August...
It was
good luck with that one. Good luck with that one, Smiles.
Yeah.
The best one.
No. Wait, I got one.
Okay, go on.
Yeah, it was. I was drowning in happiness throughout that month.
You see, your timing, that kind of affects the delivery on that one, I'm afraid, mate. But September was the best.
Yep. I can give you 2 reasons why I loved it.
There we go.
See, now we're talking.
He's back. I actually wished we'd have done that for the entire year.
Yeah.
Because it was that good.
Just a whole year of sequels.
That good. We can. Oh, So Scary October is done.
Yeah. That was a bit of a chill in the air, but it was fine.
It's done though.
It's all done and dusted.
It's completely done.
Yep.
And we are now in the native month of November.
Indeed, we are still talking about those British films, Dan, and
yes.
And we're following up last week's where we talked about a famous James Bond film, GoldenEye. We are going to be talking today about the newest installment in the Bond franchise, No Time to Die.
Now you're going to have to give me a blooming good reason why you have repeated a James Bond themed film.
Okay.
Talk us through your mindset. What's made you go for another James Bond
film?
Well,
it was actually more of a process of elimination, Dan, because we've spoken about a lot of greats already, and I can't backtrack on them. You know, like I would have talked about the Paddington films, Wonka, Kevin and Perry Go Large. You know,
but you've already done them.
We've done them. You know,
but you see, there are 2 British films coming up that I cannot wait, and I know you're just as excited as I am for these particular films.
Yep.
Film number 1, premiering in the UK on Christmas Day. You know the one. Do you want to?
No, you don't.
Okay, right. The latest in the Wallace and Gromit series, the sequel to The Wrong Trousers. I cannot wait.
That's going to be great.
It's going to be the only thing that's going to make me turn on that TV Christmas
Day,
because I don't turn it on.
Nope.
So it's going to make me do it.
Other than movies, that's the only thing I want to watch on Christmas Day.
Literally, I don't turn it on for any other reason. Unless, of course,
Excuse
we've
me,
got a
yawning.
game. It's all right. I'm that boring.
Yeah.
Unless, of course, we've got a game to try out or you know, a diagnosis to run on it. That's the usual times I turn the TV on.
Of course.
The other thing, of course, another sequel coming our way in. Well, it's actually in cinemas now, I believe, but it will be available DVD.
Paddington in Peru.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
That's one I'm looking forward to as well.
Yeah.
It's one that we're going to be pre-ordering off of the old Sky Store so we can watch it with the grandparents.
Nice.
Very nice touch. And again, 2 British films which would have fit perfectly into native month of November, but they're just not out yet. So
maybe next year.
But we're going to go with this. So that's the point. I've actually lost our next year's schedule, but it's somewhere and it's producer man Steve's got it. It's fine. He'll give it to me January 1st.
Yeah, we'll get there.
So
No Time to Die, Dan. This film came out in 2021. This film was a great send-off to Daniel Craig's tenure as James Bond, beginning in 2006's Casino Royale, carrying into 2008's Quantum of Solace, then hitting the ground running with 2012's Skyfall, continuing after that with 2015's Spectre, before reaching this film. 2021's No Time to Die, tying up loose ends to finale the 5-part story for Bond. I'm not a huge James Bond fan. In fact, I may have only watched about 9 or 10 of the existing 25 movies. But I know what makes a good film, and this film has a lot of qualities that does just that. First off, this film's primary theme is legacy, as a lot of the characters seem focused on what to leave behind for future generations. M, and the whole of MI6 seem focused on ensuring that there will always be a 007 to save the day, replacing Bond with Lashana Lynch's Nomi early in the film. The main villain, Safin, seems to view Madeline and Mathilda as his family in a twisted way and wishes to vitalize his plan to make it a better world for them and himself. Of course, Bond... Oh, I don't know if I can talk about this. This is spoiler territory. Although the film did come out 3 years ago.
They'd have seen it by now, and if you haven't, you hit stop right now.
Yep, hit that pause button right now, guys. Of course, Bond himself sacrifices himself in the climax of the film to save his daughter and secure her future, allowing his legacy to live on. That was a nice theme that I noticed popping up now and again in the film, plus all the actors give it their all in this final film for Daniel Craig, new faces and old. Standout for me was the Bond newcomer Ana de Armas, who plays CIA agent Paloma, who helps Bond on an early mission. She represents the audience to a degree, as she has only had 3 weeks of training, going into the mission blind, and cracks some witty jokes during her scenes. Top marks to the actress on that front. With Ana de Armas being the stunner that she is, it would have been easy to cast her as the main Bond girl or someone that he romances, but no, the filmmakers made a smart move, recognised de Armas's talent as an actress first, and used that to bring this fun, if underused, character to life. There were a few things I didn't like in the film, like Nomi saying the cheesy title line before killing that guy in the third act, Safin's insane plot not really explained all that well, and the runtime for the film could have been trimmed a good 20 minutes, I think.
Hate long run times, Tommy. You know how I feel.
I know full well how you feel,
how
Dan.
I feel.
So to close, all in all, this was a good send-off for Daniel Craig as the character of James Bond. Emotional, ties everything up well, and leaves the door open for future reboot installments. I think they should leave Bond alone now for a good 7 or 8 years before reimagining the character. Have people want to see another James Bond again, and don't go rushing into it. That's my ending on that note, Dan.
If only you could go to Hollywood and sing that from the heavens. It's applied to quite a lot of films.
Although we're already 3 years in and they haven't made any announcements on who the next James Bond is yet. So, it seems like they could be taking their time. Let's just hope they make a good decision. But on
make a film on a story, not to make a film.
Damn right. Yeah, not just for the money. On that note, Dan, I'm going to give No Time to Die 3.5 stars out of 5.
I think that's fair.
It's fair, yeah. It's a decent finale to the Daniel Craig era of Bond. But no, yeah, it'll be interesting to see what comes up next.
Super. Right, well, of course, you know what to do if you want to hear more of Tommy's views. Did you watch the film I told you to watch on the telly last night?
I skimmed. I glanced at it.
You're getting there. You're getting closer.
Yep.
Yeah, now head to Netflix and watch it properly. But, of course, you have your chances to have your say, requests, moaning, bitching, or just following us from the sidelines, or even perving. You can do it all over here on our YouTube channel below. You can like, comment, subscribe here on the YouTube channel, and of course press in the little bell to find out when we post new videos. But it's not just videos that we're doing online, well, especially him.
Yeah, but I do reviews as well on Letterboxd. You can follow me, Larkins95, and you can follow this guy, Dan Moore Radio, for what it's worth, if he happens to ever write another review, but we'll wait and see about that.
Follow me to be the first to know when one drops.
Yep, 100%.
That's how you do it, because then it's all to be excited for.
100%.
There's loads to see. I've got lots going on in here. If I put it to paper, it's a privilege for you.
Yes.
It's worth the wait, Tommy.
Absolutely. I agree.
You've read my reviews so far.
Yep.
And you think they're stunning. So this is where we need to go from here.
Yes.
Oh, wait, hang on. I just realised what one of them was. Yeah,
yes.
You didn't think so, did you?
No, I didn't.
But
let's not get into that. I don't want to get into it.
You cared. You cared enough to respect my opinion.
Yeah.
And that means you're doing it right. But there are going to be some on there that you're going to find, well, hopefully you're going to find them inspiring, because there'll be films you haven't seen. Yeah. I'm hopefully.
But that's why I keep telling you. I keep saying stop talking about films that you don't like and talk about more films that you do like, because it's nice to read. Okay, so bear that in mind.
There's a few films I like that you criticise without even knowing anything about them.
No, but
it's in the cover.
But it's interesting to see you talk passionately about a film.
Well, there is one film I want to give a special mention to over the weekend. It was aired on TV. Don't worry, it's not that one. You don't need to look like that. This is one you actually do like. And it happened to be on the birthday of one of the key songs that was used in the background to fill a mood. What was it? Do you know?
No, what was it?
So, Evan Almighty was broadcast over the weekend, and the day it was broadcast was, I believe, the 25th anniversary to the song used in the iconic scene before Grace walks in on Bruce and Susan.
Yeah.
Avril Lavigne's "I'm With You" turned 25. They
Oh,
aired the film on
brilliant.
the day that song had an anniversary. Isn't that cool?
That is pretty good.
That is pretty good.
That's so cool.
So I just thought I'd give you that bit of a fact because I don't think you would have picked that up.
Ah, no,
But
that's
I
awesome.
did. That's what I'm here for.
That's
Pick
good.
up-
Lovely bit of trivia.
Every now and again I do that. But of course, make sure you're following the channel. We'll be back here live next week. Don't miss a beat. For now, have a great rest of your week, everybody.
Look forward to seeing you next week, guys.
And yes, we will do for another Native November.
Take care.
Till then.
Bye-bye.